In an epic competition of tiny proportions, everybody ready? 11 elite miniaturists from around the world
I am here.
battle it out one itty-bitty room at a time.
So painful.
They better not sweat the small stuff. Oh! Because if they survive elimination, they'll walk away with the ultimate prize. Now, only 7 remain to keep their tiny dream alive.
Go tiny or go home.
I'm Abba Amakwando, and this is Best in Miniature.
After winning the dining room challenge, I'm feeling a lot more confident. I'm feeling a lot more sure of myself, and I'm feeling like I do have the talent to take me to the end.
I'm feeling pretty confident going into the next couple challenges and winning again.
It's been a while.
Hello, and welcome back to the workshop, my remaining 7 miniaturists. By the end of today, you will be at the halfway point of completing the construction of your mini model homes.
But now, it's time to test your speed and creativity in a rapid mini challenge.
Judges, we'll see you back here shortly for the blind judging.
Good luck, everyone.
Okay, my petites Picassos. Your mini challenge for today will be to recreate something you all know, love, and hold dearly in your hearts.
I'm thinking, oh, well, that's funny. Sure, I'll paint her.
We want you to make a work of art inspired by that special someone in your life.
In this challenge, the judges are looking for you to evoke emotion and to make a huge impact with your tiny portraits.
I'm feeling okay about this. I love painting, I do portraits, so I'm excited about this one.
You have 60 minutes to make it mini.
We're going personal. We're asking them to tap into real feelings and real emotions. There's really no restrictions, so I want to see them express themselves in a very different way.
This will be a fantastic mini challenge because it will bring out each one of their personalities, their style, and the depth of feeling from the characters they're trying to portray.
I am currently sketching out a drawing of my husband.
My husband is very funny. He's very charismatic. He walks into a room and he doesn't demand the attention, but he definitely gets the attention.
This portrait wouldn't be complete without adding our dogs, Midnight and Ripley. I miss them so much. I think about them every day.
I'm definitely starting to feel a bit homesick.
I hope they know that I'm thinking about them, always.
Who are you painting?
I'm painting a picture of 2 very inspirational people in my life. I'm painting Berkeley and Pam. They own a upholstery and furniture restoration company, and they took me on as an apprentice. They've taught me everything they know, and they've become like family over the years. If I never met them, I probably wouldn't be here. I just think the world of them.
Coming into the challenge this morning, it is, for some unknown reason, a very low energy day for me. As a retired person, when I have low energy days, I do nothing. I do not have that choice today. I'm painting my husband, Duncan. He passed away some years ago. I do not get along with paintbrushes. It's a terrifying thought to think that I have to create a portrait. However, my husband liked caricatures. So I walk over to where they have the other supplies and they have pencil crayons. I said, okay. So I'm actually going to make my portrait in pencil and pencil crayon, which I think he would actually like.
You have 30 minutes left in this art party.
I just don't really like sketching when there's a time frame attached to it.
With painting, you need enough time to make the details in the face, the eyes, like truly make the painting come alive. It's just doesn't feel possible in 60 minutes. Not the way you want it to be.
Because, you know, I am a perfectionist.
I love painting. I work on big canvases. Miniature painting is a total different thing. Your brush or your tools are going to betray you because they're so large relative to the size of your canvas. So you're going to have to think in a different scale. It's really challenging, for sure.
Hello, Stephen.
Hello.
What are you working on right now?
Well, I'm doing this sort of Madonna and child.
Aww.
It's my better half with our son, but it'll look like an old painting from a church. That's the idea, anyway. My wife, Lise, is a delight. She is a great artist. She puts up with me, and Tolly is just a 14-year-old boy who is as artistic and as clever as a 35-year-old. He should know his place. It can be slightly stylized.
Yeah.
And then I like to sort of like weather it and make it sort of look...
Aged.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope they like it.
Painting my best friend, Michelle. We're both just fun, carefree artists roaming the big city. Sometimes I'm a little tightly wound and I can spin out of control. And Michelle's the one that always reminds me to like, hey, the sun is gonna come up tomorrow. You'll figure it out. Everything's gonna work out. Don't worry about it.
She always kind of brings me back down to earth.
The type of portraiture I really like is from the 60s and 70s. You take a photographic image, you silkscreen the black and white image over, you paint bold colors, you get this very striking cartoon-like portrait, but it's very crisp and detailed like a photograph. And I just think it's a cool blending of two styles.
I'm creating a abstract painting of a galaxy. This is called fluid art, where I mix the paint with liquid, and then there will be like a marble effect on it. And it just reminds me of the artwork that I've done with my son. This is the longest time that I have been away from my son, and I miss him so much. It's really tough for me. My son and I recently did abstract painting of solar system. This is an emotional day for me, you know, thinking about my son while doing this. He's a good boy, and I'm very proud of him. He's smart, he's kind, and he's loving, so I couldn't ask for more. I miss him so much, so this is for him. Tina.
We're a fine bloody pair.
I love Tina, and seeing her cry is so contagious. You know, she misses her husband.
Are you missing your son?
Oh my God. Being with this bunch of talented and skilled artists, it's just wonderful. It's like we have found each other. We're like a family now.
I feel like everybody misses home so much right now, and we're all homesick. We're all missing our people. I'm not a very good painter, to be honest, so I'm working on just like a landscape portrait of a scene that reminds me of my partner and the adventures that we have together. My partner's name is Chloe. We met at art school, so she's an artist as well, and we just click effortlessly. I'm a prairie boy from a place where there's nothing but a flat expanse. She introduced me to hiking in the mountains, and over the years, we've traveled to some pretty amazing places together, and we always just have so much fun exploring. If I wasn't here in the workshop sweating it out, that's where I'd like to be.
You have 1 minute left.
The time limit is crazy. I can't even mix my paint. What's happening? Come on, there you go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up. The mini challenge is over. Please bring your paintings to the front.
I don't think we all anticipated how like emotional this was gonna be, that we all painted a loved one, and honestly, completely floored by everyone's work. They were all so beautiful. It's like we took a little piece of our hearts and put them on miniature easels. Oh my God. I don't know, it was really inspiring to see what everyone did or who they chose. Genuinely blown away.
The judging criteria for today is impact, emotion. But for me, it's going by my heart.
Hello.
Hello, judges.
Hello.
Welcome back to our
Thank
mini
you.
museum. Let's look at some art.
I particularly like the detailing on this one. It was composed beautifully. I like the colors, they're very subtle. It says warmth, it says affection, it says tenderness. I love it for that reason.
It's an asymmetrical design, so it's off-centered, but the eyes are bringing us back across to the center. It's very simple, bold, poppy colors, so it's fun, but there's a little bit of mood and character happening with the face, leaving a big impact.
I was drawn to this piece because the eyes of this drawing are incredibly warm. Whoever drew this has a deep affection for this person, and whoever this is a very warm and loving person.
This made me think of looking off into space and possibilities and wonderment and depth. And the little bits of stars, it just kind of brought me deeper and deeper and deeper.
This is a beautiful drawing. To me, it evokes the feeling of tenderness.
Tenderness is the perfect word. There's little subtleties and colors. I feel like I know the person, they're gentle, the warm spirit of this person, the little smile, it's achieved, it's finished. This is not lost on me and how hard it is to do this technique and at this size. This really drew me in. It invited me to kind of enjoy the scenery, the beautiful skyline, which is a nice touch.
I probably couldn't tell you the ins and outs of the style of this picture, but I can tell you that this says absolute love between these two people. And I can really feel it. And it really reminds me of the love I had for my grandfather. So thank you for reminding me of that, because it was the best thing I ever had.
Emma's reaction is so emotional, and I'm so touched. How are the judges gonna pick who wins during this challenge?
We asked you to get personal, and you did. When we walked in, I was really curious of what it's gonna come out of it. And the first second is, oh, this is cute. And then, oh, wow, there's a lot of power. This is a nice little change of what we've been going through. So thank you guys for being so vulnerable, because it worked. And it made it impossible for us to pick just one.
There isn't just one competitor that rose to the challenge. You all did.
That being said, you were all winners in today's mini challenge.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wasn't surprised to hear that everybody won this challenge, because we all did. I'm very proud of everyone.
I think that was a really nice thing, especially at the halfway point, to sort of say, yeah, you're all brilliant, and that was really nice.
Okay, miniaturists, it's time for your big challenge.
Just in case you're getting the halfway point blues, here's a reminder that the winner of Best in Miniature will receive a cash prize of $10,000, as well as a residency at the International Guild of Miniature Artisans in beautiful Castine, Maine.
I would love to win that residency because that's, priceless.
It's like learning from the best people in the miniature world. Who doesn't want to win this competition?
Today's big challenge ain't just another day at the office, although you will be building a home office.
Feel free to interpret this work at home place any way you like, be it a library, a study, or a big fancy office overlooking downtown.
You will have to build a desk and a chair from scratch. As always, keep your house's design and historical era in mind.
As usual, you'll have access to the mini mall,
But don't go overboard. The judges want to see scratch-made items.
so choose wisely. You'll have 8 hours to make working from home bearable. Go!
Ah, there. Flat brushes are great. I didn't expect that I will come this far. At the same time, I'm excited because I want to show more what I could do. So I'm going for it. Today's big challenge excites me a lot. I will be making my dream home office. It's still modern, like the rest of the house. It will have 2 desks on it, a scratch-made chair, and a seating area. I don't have a dedicated workspace at home. Sometimes I'm working in my living room, the dining table, anywhere. Right now, I'm a graphic designer, and someday I wish that I could transition and make pottery as a full-time business for me. So the room that I'm making today is what I want for myself, my dream space.
I'm working on my office chair. Something cool and modern, because that's the kind of desk chair I have and I love it. So when I need to weigh like a cushion down, I glue coins inside the cushions and it's just enough weight to pull it and keep it stable. because the person that lives here is a magazine editor. There's gonna be a lot of layouts with edit notes, and then I want a little art display and then just some functional cabinetry in it for the rest of the first floor. I think this will show like my craftsmanship because it's gonna be so detailed. I kind of just wanna make Emma like really flip out and smile. One more cushion to go.
I'm making books, because it's going to be a library, it's going to be full of books, so I've got to make hundreds of books. The room will have a nice desk in it, there'll be a wall of books, there'll be some knickknacks on the desk, and there'll be a model of a temple. The person who uses this room is vaguely educated. He likes art, books, literature, classical stuff, and he likes it for himself. The hardest thing, there's no point making one book or two books and putting them on the shelves. You've got to have a whole wall of books. And I think it should impress the judges.
Historically, the libraries or studies, they were very, very packed with lots of interesting things, wall to wall, ceiling to floor. I love making these rooms in my dolls' houses, so I'm hoping to see from the competitors something interesting, a reflection of who they are.
Exactly. And I'm hoping to see a suggestion of what these people do, what sort of work they do, and what's their profession. And the style of the desk and the chair needs to reflect the function of the room.
I want them to think outside the box. I want them to create something interesting for me because at this point, our expectations are only getting higher. And this is one of my favorite things about this competition is really pushing your skills to the limit and then throwing a whole heap of pressure on top.
Tell me about what you're building today. Are you doing an office, library?
Yeah, so
What's
we're
the
doing
vibe?
kind of a little bit of both. This is not a place where you come to work.
Okay, because I was gonna
Yes.
say, it doesn't make sense to work at a cottage.
No,
like,
exactly.
You don't wanna work at a cottage.
Yeah, this is a place you come to relax. The design for my space is going to feature a gallery wall of shelves, a hanging egg chair. I'm going to make my stairs so that they can swing up and down. So far, I've shown my woodworking skills, my glass blowing skills, my upholstery skills, my chemistry skills, my electrical skills. I'm making a retractable staircase because I want to show the judges how versatile I am. And it will be a chance for me to showcase something that sets me apart a little bit. I'm ready to swing for the fences with this one.
It's a small space, so I'm going to pack a lot of texture and a lot of visual details in there. And yeah, hopefully impress the judges. This space was a sunroom, and now it's turned into a dedicated workspace. It will feature a terrazzo floor, a teak wall unit, and a living wall. I'm a furniture restorer. At home, every surface in my house can be a workspace, actually. But that sunroom is where I have my computer and some of my work stuff. I do a lot of sewing there, some research, maybe some sketching, and of course, working with my miniatures.
Perfect.
My strategy for today is I'm going to start working on the little details of the room, things that I know that I for sure want to add into the room in case I run out of time. The library will have dark green walls, a weathered desk,
And I want to make a little hidden section in the room with the bookshelf.
so that when you grab one of the books and you pull it and you pivot the shelf, there's actually a secret hidden room there. You'll find a projector that has movies playing on in the background showing the history of the house. This room is going to give you more of an insight with what's happening in the house. It's haunted. We have paintings where the eyes are scratched out. These are actually all of the people that lived in the house that are in the walls. They've all passed away. I hope the judges have fun with finding the items in the room. It's like a little scavenger hunt. I want to win this competition.
Steven and his whistling. It sounds like a little bird.
Today I'm making Hiram's library and office. Hiram uses the office to try and write his memoirs, although he can't quite decide whether he's writing his memoirs or writing a book on how to train a dragon. The office contains 2 big bookcases, a stool to sit on, and a desk. No modern finishings at all. It's candlelit. Very much a medieval house. Desks, as we think of them, didn't really come into being until the late 1700s, 1800s. I've seen desks like this in paintings and in movies. This is what the monks used in earlier times. I have never built a desk like this before. But when I know what something looks like, I can usually figure out how to build it.
There. Anything you're nervous about for this challenge?
I mean, everything. I'd say that every challenge I've consistently been trying to do a little bit more. At this point in the competition, I feel like that is what is necessary. I see Philip, I see Stephen working really hard, making incredible pieces, and their work is amazing. And I'm quite intimidated by that. I'm out here, I'm giving my best effort, I'm making work that I'm proud of, and I have the skills to be here. I can win.
Look at my sculptures I'm about to spray paint. And this is the base of my desk chair.
Can you do one for me?
I can, sure. I got that.
I like the twisted one.
Thanks.
At the right. I love it.
It's turning into like a modern art gallery / office. I'm very happy with that. Since I was a teenager, I was really into art history. I love to go to museums in New York City. I pay all this money to live there. I better enjoy the arts that are around. Perfect timing.
So nowadays, people have home offices, not necessarily libraries and studies. To ensure your office is working as hard as you are, what I really like to do when I'm designing these spaces is keep a few key things in mind. So your desk is your staple. It should be the anchor of your room. And then it's a question of storage. Our bookshelves are usually filled with stuff that's not necessarily used every day, knickknacks, photos, etc. So that becomes an insight into the personality of the owner. And finally, you're gonna be spending hours there. So I like to allocate a lot of the budget on the ergonomic chair. It should be really something that's focused on comfort and support.
We have to build a chair from scratch. I've never done this before, but every challenge for me is go big or go home. I decided to make it an upholstered one because that's what I like. Everything that I have built is what I want. We don't own a house yet. We're just renting an apartment. Right now, it's still a dream, but at least I can see it in miniatures.
We're officially at the halfway mark of this lengthy challenge.
4 hours? God.
What's the point? Oh,
Wow.
wow, okay. The gods are angry today.
Oh, that gave me a fright.
My mother used to tell me that that was the giants throwing their furniture down the stairs when they were moving house. Okay, Tina, what the hell are you doing? Miniatures can be physically challenging. Because I have arthritis, my hands are giving out. It is driving me nuts. When I'm under time pressure, it's more noticeable, and I tend to make mistakes. Crying it up. I am getting very upset.
In 4 hours, I've done all the painting on the walls. I did the flooring. I've done a lot, but there's still a lot left to do.
And the bookshelf is a disaster. I have about 16 shelves to place, and I don't have time to wait for wood glue to dry. So I decide to use the glue gun. It's a shortcut.
Ah, God.
I never use the glue gun with my projects. It's difficult to make the glue not visible. It's stringy, and it's really awful. I hate it.
Just stop it.
How are you doing, Philip? How's
Hey,
it going?
Philip.
Hey, friends, how are you?
Good, good, good.
I think I'm gonna finish with everything that I intended to do, and then I have something really, really fun that I've cooked up for the two of you to find.
Nice.
And I'm really excited about it, so I'm just
Wouldn't
gonna
expect
hide the
anything
sheet
less.
of money. One thing I noticed the judges really like is something within a something within a something. So in the big cabinetry, I'm gonna put a safe in there, and then there's just stacks and stacks of like tens of thousands of dollars and like some other like little trinkets that are expensive. It's gonna be like my icing on the cake. I'm really trying to impress the judges just because I want to show I'm serious about this. This is what I do. I love it, but I definitely am here to win. Voila.
So I'm really curious about the living wall. Like, tell me about it. How are you making it? What's it gonna look like in the end?
The mid-century modern style was kind of the first architectural style to bring the outdoors in.
Yes.
It's great for the air.
Yeah.
And it just looks really nice, too. It needs to be right because this is the biggest feature in the room, and this is where your eye is going to focus on first. If the living wall doesn't work, the whole room doesn't work.
Hi, Tina.
Hello.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about the story of is it library or study, or we never know with you?
All of the above. No, it is a library. In the back corner, there's going to be a whole bunch of rolled up maps and things. And some books in the bookshelf. That's very much a question of time, how many books we get.
You look like you've completed all the furniture.
I have, just as you walked up here. It looks so naked right now because it isn't really going to come to life until all the bits are in there. And that's basically what I'm going to spend the rest of the time doing is the bits. The furniture itself is way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. And it is taking up far too much of my time. I could be using the time for making some of the little decorative details in the room. I'm doing terribly with my time. I'm behind from where I want to be at this point.
1 hour left, and the mini mall is now open. But don't forget, the judges are watching, so shop with caution.
There's some interesting stuff in the mini mall, but most of it's not right for my house in particular. But I did see a padded sort of like armchair, and I thought it'd be quite good to use that as a vague template for the size to make my own chair. I'm gonna make a better one, which is what I do. The chair will be sort of like a nice sort of 19th century chair, carved out of a single piece of wood, and sort of make it look like a leather chair. There's something about the imperfections of doing something yourself that make things a bit more exciting. The mistakes make it. You can see that there's mistakes on it, but it's lovely.
I've been trying to glue this reel and it just does not want to glue today. There's 2 film reels in there, but they're movies about the house. So when the new owners find the projector, they'll be able to play it and see some history about the people that used to live in that house. You'll see what the previous owners have been dealing with. There's a spirit. It's an evil demon. It's just there. And that, to me, is what's scary about it.
I like to keep things that inspire me in my office. I collect like art objets, and that's what I kind of wanted this office to be. Kind of turned into a little bit of a gallery, which I'm in love with. You know, an art collector's there. It's definitely a lot of work because you have to make the props that support that story. I'm gonna take this fork from which I used for my lunch. I'm going to melt it and give it some personality because it's kind of like a droopy, sad, tired fork. I'm gonna paint it black, and I think it's gonna look like a beautiful like sculpture or art objet in the room. You know, you gotta be resourceful.
How are the miniaturists doing in this competition?
They made it this far. Now there's a level of expectation. The bar has been set. Now you have to surprise us and push yourself to your absolute best.
They can't let their guard down either. And we're already seeing the pressure get to some. Tina seems to be running out of time to fill a room with the creative details we're used to.
Tom seems to have taken on too much, and his desk seems low on his priority list.
And I'm excited to see what Shella and Roxanne are able to do with those tiny spaces. I know they're all feeling it. They know if I don't pull it out of the bag, I'm going home.
So I'm running out of time and I have an empty white wall. Fair enough, but I have no time to create a TV or a painting for it, so God, I'm screwed. I don't have time.
I can't right now. I've been trying to glue this together for like 5 minutes. This has got to be one of the most frustrating things. Like, I don't have time to wait. I'm so irritated.
Getting thoroughly frustrated. I am just making as many books as I can before time runs out. in this challenge. Every second of it, I felt under intense time pressure, and I did not get all of the details in there.
The only thing I have to do is stick up my pictures. It all seems to be going to plan.
1 minute left.
Killing me.
You have 1 minute left.
Oh, this one. What? Whoops. Oops. Okay.
I'm just gonna keep working until hands up.
It's just not up to my standards.
I wanted to do more.
Okay.
10 seconds.
So I'm good. I'm good.
Time's up. Hands up.
No touching.
Okay. Hey, Pookie.
I feel good about the space. I know it's small, I can't get over that, but I love it.
Oh my. Steven, I don't think you made enough books.
Time is up, and I'm annoyed that I haven't got everything done. It has less stuff in it than the other rooms, but it is what it is.
I would love to have a workroom that big, and I'm really thrilled with how this challenge turned out.
Hello, Stephen.
Hello again.
I'm going to have a look at the criteria. We asked you to build a desk and a chair from scratch in the era of your home. I can see a very beautifully carved desk in there. It's lovely. With the leather top and Chesterfield chairs. It's all handmade.
Yes, it's all made by me.
The bookshelf, wow. I really feel like I can pull each one of these out.
They are all individual books, yeah.
How many books did you actually make? Because I'm here to count them now.
Right. I think there's 390. I wanted to do the whole room, but I'd still be here doing it.
This room, it feels complete. There's not a lot of furniture in there, but this room doesn't feel like it's supposed to be filled with furniture. It's almost like a gallery. I feel like I'm supposed to walk and look at these walls and sit down and kind of explore.
The textures that you've achieved in here using wood is incredible, Stephen. It really is.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, suddenly I feel studious.
I love the fact that you have the shelving unit come off the desk. You haven't just made a desk, it's built into the nice shelving unit. And it's beautifully crafted.
Thank you.
I would say that the height of the chair, the legs look a little bit tall for me, but if you took a little bit off the bottom of the legs, then it would have all completely worked.
I want to make a comment about, I believe it's a cabinet.
Yes.
I love visually the design of it. Where I'm lost is you don't have doors or drawers, and it's just a blank
Yes, I know.
white canvas. And it's too big of a white space to leave unfinished. It's the first thing we see. So it's really taken away from all the beautiful work and design you did.
Time to relax at the cottage.
The first thing I'd like to do, just to open the space up here, is bring up the stairs.
Ooh, the reveal. Love it.
That is very cool.
Very clever. So we just pick it up, get it out of the way. Nicely done.
Thank you.
I would say, though, that the quality of the desk, it suffers for me. As the competition goes on, I'm looking harder and harder at the quality. The woodwork on the desk, it's not great for me.
Some of your shiny items are not the criteria, so it's disappointing because we're judging on the criteria as well. It's almost like you have to focus on nailing the desk first and then seeing what else you could fill in, as opposed to the fillers being fantastic.
Whoa.
Wow.
I love all this greenery.
Greenery, yes, that's what's really screaming at me right now.
Cool.
So I'm gonna take a look at your desk. Really intricate, it's really cool. I love the design of it because you got all these different layers and storage compartments. Obviously, it's all handmade.
Right.
Lots of detail in here. Yeah, every surface has been addressed. I mean, there wasn't much surface to address, but you actually really went and left nothing untouched.
I love the design, Roxanne. I truly do.
Thank you.
The fact that you have got very small plants in there, you know, they're not overwhelming.
The obvious factor, the challenge that you're working with is space. It was almost impossible for you to pull this off, and so you overwhelmed us with beauty. So I commend you with that.
Looks like serious sorcery is afoot.
The candles are burning.
Whoa. The desk looks like a cross between a Davenport and a lectern almost.
It's actually modeled on the kinds of desks that were used in scriptoriums in monasteries where they would stand to write their texts.
The desk is so big, it kind of overpowers the room a little bit.
I want to take a closer look at the stool because the detail in here is nice. So this is all hand carved?
No, it isn't hand carved, it is handmade.
So not carved.
There's a distinction.
Those are actually banisters. They show up in 3 places in the room.
But the desk and the bookcases, did you make everything yourself?
I made all of those.
What I'm finding about this room, or not finding, is how engaged I feel about it. It seems really simple, and I'm used to layers of interest with your spaces, and I'm just kind of wanting more. Okay, I see a lot of action going on here. We have stacks of papers. My first glance is, that's not a handmade chair, but I'm thinking it is. It's really cool detail.
Oh, she working.
Yeah,
Look at all the
that.
paper on that.
The scoring on there to get that curve, really neat detail.
Bendable still, too.
Yes.
You can adjust it. Ergonomics.
Really nicely done. But I'm just loving the sculptures.
Yeah.
Thanks.
These are
Polymer clay that I molded. And I was trying to think of modern art that I can make quickly. I think we all know I love pop art. Something I love about miniatures and scale is to play with it and put real objects in there. It's one way you can play with people's minds.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I am gonna put a fork in there
Nice.
and I'm gonna melt it to make it look like a sad fork. And then I'm gonna paint it matte black and put it on a stand. And it looks like $125,000 at this auction house.
I can't resist. There's a cupboard there. I have to nose around in the cupboard. I'm
Go
nosy
for
by
it.
nature.
There's a specific surprise.
What is
There's
it?
clothes in here, but there's also something else. There is a safe.
Does the safe come out?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the fanciest safe I've ever seen.
The safe opens.
What's in it?
There's
Some embezzled funds, perhaps.
Oh,
Paper on top of paper. You know we don't take bribes, right?
it's okay.
I
to get-
do.
Doesn't mean I can't
take
offer
bribes.
them.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
just looting, huh?
No, we just borrow them. That's incredible. Precision, details, amazing.
Thank you.
Whoa, lots going on here. Scribblings and notes. Oh wow, there's a ton of them. There's reading everywhere. Don't believe anything. It makes you see things. It's haunted.
Oh my gosh.
Finding messages from people who lived here before. What are they trying to tell us?
Get out of the house.
So this is really fun. It's clear that this story is really coming out.
There's a few handles missing on the desk. You just don't want anyone to open the drawers. And a handmade chair.
Yes.
It matches the desk. I would have liked to have seen the handles continue on the desks.
The bottom is moving. This is meant to come out, right?
Yes.
The plot thickens. A secret passes, a whole room back here behind the bookshelf. And there's a book here.
What's not to love about a hidden secret passage, because they're interesting and they're fun. The one problem I have is I have an issue with this blocked off area here. I feel like it's a little bit of a waste of an artistic opportunity. You're so good with details, and it's just that bit there is just lacking in detail. You could have made more of it, I feel.
The stakes are high, and I know that the judges are truly looking at every single detail that you put into these rooms. But I came into this thinking I wouldn't even make it past halfway. And if it's my time to go, it's my time to go.
So who stood out to you with this challenge?
Philip's office is really impressive. It wasn't just a well-designed space. Someone lives there.
Attention to detail. Again and again, there's layer upon layer. His scaling is immaculate. And when you open the closet, there's different textures. And this is things that we've challenged him on, and he's rising to those challenges. Stephen is someone else that we really think is nailing it. The colors, the atmosphere, the drama, the fun.
Stevens' bookshelf. Wow.
It's like I really want to just take out each book and read them cover to cover.
The level of detailing that he's achieving, the craftsmanship, it is extraordinary.
Have to give a shout out to Roxanne. The beauty, the green wall. She just blew me away with how pretty and how unique, and the element she threw in it was not expected, so she's pushing herself.
Who didn't impress you with this challenge?
Tina didn't do it for me today. This level of competition, I want to see more. I feel like the furniture in this room just fell a bit flat.
There was nothing new brought to this space. I feel like I've seen it before with what's going on in everybody else's houses. You really need to bring something else. Shello's space, she missed a great opportunity. I think she's a fantastic interior designer. Her biggest misstep was leaving that unfinished portion at the very front and in a powerful white. You just can't look past it. And again, that's not acceptable at this part of the competition.
Have you made your decision?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
I'm anxious, I'm excited, I'm not sure which way the judges will decide.
If I go home, it will haunt me for the rest of my life.
I'm proud that I finished on time. Usually that is not the case. So maybe I have a chance to win?
Great job today, my miniaturists. You've now completed more than half of the rooms in your house. It's been a privilege to watch them come to life, but for this challenge, the judges were most wowed by 2 incredible spaces.
Steven, I love the ambition of your bookshelf. You went for it and you nailed it. And the craftsmanship of your desk and chair, fantastic. So overall, great, great job.
Thank you.
Philip, you really have risen to the challenge. You're using different textures and you are nailing the scale. I had loads of fun playing with your house. It's great.
Thanks.
We are thrilled to say that the big winner for today is Philip.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was the fork. It's the fork. Thank you. Thank you.
You might want to check that safe because there's no money left in it. I took the whole lot.
I'm gonna go count it. Very small.
Nothing left.
Now for the hard part. It never gets easier. There are 2 people who missed the mark.
Tina, we love your Tudor storyline, but your study didn't have the ambition we were looking for. It was lacking in detail.
Shello, your container home is innovative and you have wonderful design skills, but you need to focus on finishing and ensuring that every detail is presentable.
I'm so sorry to say that the miniaturist who will be leaving us today is Tina. Tina, thank you so, so much.
Yeah, you're amazing.
So much to learn.
It's been a great experience meeting the people. I'm going to miss them.
Bye, Tina.
I have truly enjoyed building this house and thinking up the story that goes with it. I'm going to miss Hiram and Hepzibah. I got to take them home with me.
It's very sad to see someone go, and they were actually the first person I met here, and they were very nice.
Maybe someday I would have 40 years of experience like Tina. That's my dream.
I'm really going to miss Tina. She is so sweet and she is so incredibly talented.
Thank you so much for your hard work. This is truly my least favorite part. But genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Doesn't get any easier, does it?
No.